Good morning, people. Today is Tuesday, February 13th, 2024, the day before Thanksgiving. Here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is simple: to help you get from where you are to someplace better, from point A to point B. Then you can go to point C, per Jordan Peterson. But to get from point A to point B on your journey in life, the goal being to have the most meaningful and purposeful life that you can, because that's a key component, according to Arthur Brooks, of happiness. Happiness is not an emotion. Okay, but here we are to talk about how to help you on your journey from point A to point B. As always, we do it through the podcast, but it's not really the podcast, it's what's in the worksheet down below. The podcast, though, serves a very, very, very important purpose, which is to create a daily routine. Daily routine, repetition, repetition, repetition creates a daily routine. The routine then becomes a habit. That habit replaces a habit that's not as good, hopefully. You know, there are bad habits that people have, like Facebook, TikTok, YouTube shorts, just scrolling through hours after hours of meaningless information, but it's really addicting because it's designed to be that way. So we have some people that jump on this thing every day. They jump on, short period of time, watch a little bit, do their thing. It's part of their habits, part of a ritual, and that is good. And my hunch is the people who do that also in life are more successful. Why? Not because of the podcaster me. Podcaster me reflects the success they already have. They get it. They probably have a lot of very good habits. You know, very few of the people who watch this, do I even know who they are? Meaning I probably know who they are, but I don't know that they're watching it. So that's good. That's part of today's advice from an 80-year-old. Let's just jump right to that. Make it a habit to do nice things for people who will never find out. Is it a nice thing for people to watch the video? Yeah. Do they have a habit of watching the video? Yeah. Do I ever find out who they are? Probably not, because they don't get on the comments. That's okay. That's okay. This isn't about me. It's not about the show. It's about helping you on your journey. But the fact that you are on here, the fact that you're doing this does help other people. Okay, just the fact of participating, making it a ritual, the fact that other people who are just watching, if they get this message I'm saying right now, there are people who are doing nice things to support your activity in watching this every day. Okay, that's kind of a multi-complicated thing to think about, kind of like today's gospel reading of the explanation of the leavened bread. Another subject though. Here we are, day 2 in week 3 of our neuroscience-oriented approach to success. So our neuroscience-oriented approach to success, this is day 2 of week 3. Seth Godin talking about tribes. This week is about how do you get people to do what you want, other people. How do you get other people to do what you want? Because we can't make it without other people. Being the lone wolf out there on your own, you might convince yourself that it's satisfying, but it's not. Good morning, Jeannie. Good morning in those in Tonopah. We're hoping to have really big things happening soon. I think we had a guy in court yesterday. I thought he was in court in Pahrump. I think he was in court in Tonopah. It would have been good if I had called you to see if you could run over there just to let him know I was at court in Pahrump, 3 hours away, but it's good to see you there. Hopefully Carl is doing well. All right, back to it though, around to it. Let's get around to it. Where are those round to it's? So doing things to help other people. All right, today's meme, the subject of today is, what if you were less judgmental of others? What if you were less judgmental of others? This is from Darren Hardy. Highly recommend that you watch that. I'm going to mark it in red down below. We are very judgmental of other people. He tells a story about a pro golfer who he was one putt away from winning it, and a lot of other big things happening. Somebody from the crowd yelled something out right as he was about to putt, so he missed the putt. Got very upset, thinking somebody did that intentionally, or knowing someone did it intentionally just to throw him off his day. And then what happened next? Highly recommend you watch that. It's in the link in the worksheet down below under Darren Hardy. Okay, cool. What if we were less judgmental of other people? And the point being, everybody has their own problems. They might have treated us less than we expected, not because they were disrespecting us. Maybe they have something in their life that is way worse going on, and their behavior is the best they can do right now. Maybe that's the case. And if we knew what was going on with other people, maybe we would cut them some slack. Maybe we would take it less personally. And so that's kind of back to our 4-week neuroscience oriented class, outside our school size kingdom. Week 3, week 2 is inside our school size kingdom, how it works. Week 3 is outside our school size kingdom. And when we get outside our school size kingdom, we find out there are other people out there. And the funny thing is, they think the world revolves around themselves. But I know it revolves around me. So when they do something that interferes with the world revolving around me, it gets me upset, because who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? Getting attention for themselves. The world revolves around me, not them. So that's what this week is about. And yesterday we had David Logan talking about, okay, so you want to get other people to do what you want them to do, which is called, in the big scheme, the real thing, it's called power. Power is just getting other people to do what you want. In business, they don't say power, because people, it's like there's a value tainted word. It's good or bad, is how people think power is bad. No, power is a spectrum. Anyway, it just has to do with getting other people to do what you want. So in business, it's called management. That's a friendly sounding word. It's a highfalutin word. George Carlin would have a little skit on management. Good word. Power, bad. And in the military, it's called leadership. And what do leaders do? They get other people to do what they want. Okay, what is a good leader? Okay, it's a certain thing in the military. What is a good manager? A certain thing, but it has to do with getting other people to do what you want. Good leaders get people to do what they want in a way that results in good. Good managers get people to do what they want in a way that results in good. That's all just power. Okay, so how do we get people to do what we want? Yesterday, David Logan said, join a tribe, people that are like you, join a tribe and nudge it forward. Not push, not pull, not goad, not prod, not intimidate, not threaten. Just nudge it forward. Kind of like your Jewish grandmother. Nudge it forward. That's simple. Join tribe, nudge forward. Now, today, Seth Godin talks about, well, how do you nudge? 4-part process. Find something to change. You can't nudge people forward if it's the same old thing. Hey, I'm going to nudge you forward. Keep doing what we're doing. We already know what we're doing. Why are you becoming an officious interloper telling us what to do? We already know. So you got to find something, find some way to change the status quo. Next, you want to nudge them forward, tell a compelling story. Third, connect the true believers and ignore the non-true believers. Okay, so we usually argue with the non-true believers. And we're going to see a Jerry Maguire thing later in the week of him telling a story, trying to connect with the true believers, but his story was bad, so he didn't connect. But connect the true believers, ignore the non-true believers, and then 4, lead them. That's it. Okay, that's today's Seth Godin TED Talk. All righty then, but let's go to it. What's our time like? It is 10:38. Jeannie, Carl, and Frank are both doing good. Great. Glad to hear that. Glad to hear everybody's doing well. I'm going to see Dr. Linden today. I'll tell him you said hello, if that is okay. All righty then. All right. So back to our worksheet. So the podcast is part of a daily routine, a 2-part daily routine. The podcast is live, get a chance to, you can participate live or you can just watch, but it's the repetition, it's the routine. And I can promise you, if you do it every day, you make it part of your routine, you will advance on your journey from point A to point B, from Someday Isle to Successlandia. Not because the podcast is so good, but it's the creating better habits. Routine, repetition, routine, habit. The second part of our 2-part daily routine is the things that we don't do on the podcast. So what is that? That is the attitude of gratitude exercise. That is the little breathing exercise to prepare, to either give yourself energy or reduce anxiousness. It's the examination review of yesterday. What did we learn? What can we do more of? What do we need to do less of? What do we learn? And it's the projecting the day, project it, and then go live it. So those are the things to do off air. Now, I do the breathing exercise, attitude of gratitude, and review. I do those things before the podcast. I do those starting at 4:20 in the morning when my high-tech Philips lights go on with the ocean sunrise or something, colors. All right, so where are we at? We at 12:33. Jeannie, I'll pass the word on. Frank starts work between 2 and 3 today. Great for Frank. Good. Proud of you guys out there, continuing to do the thing, keep moving forward, keep moving forward, keep moving forward. Okay, other things down in the worksheet below. We have a new short from David Goggins. I think I highly recommend watching it. New short from Andrew Huberman, very interesting. And the question is, what does it mean if this finger, the ring finger on your left hand, is longer than your index finger? It appears to have meaning. It's not just a genetic thing. It appears to have something to do with brain development. I have only gotten 4.5 minutes into a 7-minute thing, so I'm getting to the good part, but it's worth watching. Arthur Brooks, new thing, failure journal. Have a journal of your failures. Good one to watch. Barb Oakley, new one, how to transfer knowledge to other people. Good one. Again, Seth Godin, Daily Stoic. I don't remember what that one was about, but it was another good one. Inc. Magazine. My employee helped a fired colleague get a new job and lied about it. Always have situations like that. Good to learn from other people. Seth Godin, the 4 cohorts of the status quo. That will be in the worksheet and a link to it. Okay, Darren Hardy, making a difference every day. Great one. Motivational video, good. Jordan Peterson, always good. A lot of good stuff below. Baraka Church, red letter stuff. A lot of good stuff down below. People, fellow humans. And I spell that HUEMONDS. Colorful nuts. We're all just colorful nuts. That's all we are. Let's not get too focused on ourselves, thinking that we are better. We're just colorful nuts. And that's okay. I'm not saying we're worthless. We are made in the image of God. We have emotions, etc. So let's see, we're at 15 in. I think that's enough. 6:18, got to get on the peloton. The peloton, well, there it is in the back. And so anyway, appreciate everyone being there. Jeannie, always good to see you here and see how you're doing. Always seem to be very cheerful. And we appreciate you, appreciate everyone being here. Go out, spread the word, do good, avoid evil. And I'm going to say, and cut. Boom.